All right, everyone, just give me 1 second and we will start.
Thank you, Miss.
All right, everyone, welcome to the 187 District Court. Today it's Tuesday. Sometimes when you're off on Monday, then Tuesday becomes a Monday and a Tuesday. So let's make this Tuesday a Tuesday and not a Tuesday and a Monday. So these are the rules of the 187 District Court. You are in a courtroom, whether you're at your home, at your office, at the jail, you're in a courtroom, and whatever you couldn't do if you were physically in the courtroom, you cannot do on this Zoom screen. So that means if you're driving, you need to pull over. Nobody wants to be a witness to an accident. Nobody wants to be the cause of an accident. So if you can't text and drive, surely Zooming and driving is just too much of a distraction. So don't do that. If you are at the jail, you're not allowed to use the chat box. If you use the chat box, you will be sent back and we will take up your case at a later date. If you are on bond and you're out and about and you are not treating this courtroom respectfully and are professional, you're going to be required to come down court. So if you don't want your day inconvenienced, then please behave appropriately on the Zoom. Also, if you're at the jail, you're not allowed to pick up dates. You may ask why I say that, because it's been done. So you're not allowed to do that on the Zoom screen as well. To all the attorneys, if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, no matter how small you think the plea bargain agreement is, you need to put in the chat box to Ferguson coordinator what your agreement is. That's the way she is listed on the screen. If your client is on bond, you will need to send your client's email address to Ms. Ferguson and also to the prosecutors. One moment. All right, everyone. I'm going to open up the breakout rooms. When I open up the breakout rooms, it will invite everyone to a breakout room. Do not go to a breakout room unless I specifically call your name and invite you to the breakout room. To all those who are accused, your attorney's name will be called. Your name will not be called. If you do not hear your attorney's name, it is because your attorney is Zooming in another courtroom. Rest assured that you will get a chance to speak with your attorney. To all the other attorneys, I'm going to call your name. And in the 187 District Court, the order in which you zoomed in, that's the order in which your name will be called and the order in which you will appear. If you see that your name is low on the list and you wish to Zoom to another courtroom, you're more than welcome to Zoom to another courtroom. However, if you Zoom to another courtroom and your name is called, you will be placed at the end of the list. This is the order of attorneys. If you do not hear your name, please let me know. Adam LaHood, James Seeloff, Anthony Smith, Jonathan Chavez, Ray Martinez, Ron Ross, Shannon Locke, Todd Mcrae, Marshall White, Justin Fox, Neftali Rodriguez, Sean Sheffield, Jonathan Ross, Chris Simpkins, James Oltersdorf, Ephraim Torres. Is there anyone whose name that I have missed? Any attorney?
Good morning, Your Honor. Paula Bettis for Cameron Scott.
All right, Paula Pettis, is there anyone else whose name I missed? All right, attorneys, when I call your name, I'm going to place you in a breakout room to confer with the state. As you can see, there are more defense attorneys than there are prosecutors. So please be patient. When you go to the breakout room, consider it the doctor's office. When you get called to that room, you're not seeing the doctor yet. They're just checking your weight and your blood pressure. So when I call your name, if you could please tell me the name of your client and whether or not it is criminal trial division or family violence, so I can rename you so that the prosecutors will know. Adam LaHood.
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here and I'm ready to confirm Veronica Flores.
Criminal trial division or family violence?
It would be CTD, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
2, thank you.
You're welcome. James Sealaw.
Yes, Your Honor. I represent Deborah Fennemore. We have a PTD agreement. I guess we're just waiting on the paperwork if it hasn't been done yet.
No, my understanding is that's supposed to be paperwork that you and your client get ready, but let me send you to a breakout room and the prosecutor will explain the process and what needs to be done.
Yeah, I've talked to him already, but I'll be happy to talk to him. Marcus was the one I spoke to before on the case, but whoever you want me to go to.
Okay, just one moment.
Is my client present? I can't get a hold of her.
We will see.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anthony Smith.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
Carlos Gonzalez and criminal trial.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 4.
Sounds good.
Jonathan Chavez.
Yes, Your Honor. Sarah Minchow, and she's present, and it's a criminal trial division.
All right, I hope you're feeling better.
I am.
All right. I'm going to send you, just one second. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 5. Ray Martinez.
Good morning, Judge. I have Joe Garcia Jr.
Criminal trial division or family violence?
Criminal Trial Division, Judge, and I also have Andy Abuerto, Criminal Trial Division.
I'm sorry, could you speak up a little bit?
Andy Abuerto, ABUERTO.
ADU.
B as in boy, UERTO.
And they're both criminal trial division?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 6.
Thank you.
Ron Ross.
Yeah, I have Robin Hernandez to the criminal trial. This is pre-indictment. I don't know whether she's here or not. I was unable to get a hold of her.
All right, we shall see. I'll send you to breakout room number 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Shannon Locke.
I have Otis Toussaint. I believe it's family violence, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll send you to breakout room number 8.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Todd Mcrae.
Good morning. I have Joe and 2 at CTD.
How do you spell the last name?
ANTU.
All right, I'll send you to breakout room number 9. Marshall White.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Wills, Annalise Wills, and I think it's Criminal Trial Division.
How do you spell the last name?
Wills, Wills.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
No problem.
All right, and so for all the attorneys, when you see that I remove the moniker attorney from your name, it's because the system will only allow me to type so many letters to change your name and add a name. So that's why. All right, Mr. White, you're in breakout room number 10.
Thank you.
Justin Fox, who do you have? Oh,
My
you're on
apologies. This morning I have Ruben Sanchez, Your Honor.
Family Violence and Criminal Trial Division.
Criminal trial.
I'll send you to number 11.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Nefertali Rodriguez.
Morning, Judge. President Machuca, Victoria Machuca, and that's family violence. And that was the case, Judge, that was potentially going to be transferred to the 437th. And I'm also here on Gaskin, which is a CTD case, Judge, but I have not had contact with my client.
What's the first name?
Elizabeth Gaskin.
All right, just give me a moment.
Thank you, Judge.
Let me send you to breakout room number 12 to confer, and then we'll see where we are.
No problem. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Sean Sheffield.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Maribel Caceres. It should be Criminal Trial Division.
And that's Caceres with an S or a Z?
Z, Your Honor.
I'll send you to breakout room. You have the lucky breakout room. It's number 13.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Jonathan Ross.
Yes, Your Honor. Morning.
Morning.
I have Mr. Virgilio Basaldua, Basaldua, and it's a criminal trial division.
Wait, I'm sorry. Spell the last name again.
Yes, ma'am. It's a Basaldua. It's criminal trial division, but we have a PTD agreement already on that, Your Honor.
All right, just give me a moment. All right, Chris Simpkins.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, who do you have?
I have Deborah Lund, and I need to speak with the court briefly about this in a breakout room.
And Judge, that's going to be with public integrity or special crimes. I'm here on that.
All right, just give me 1 moment. James Oterstor. James Oterstor. All right, Efrain Torres.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here for Mr. Ricardo Ramos on Eduardo Riojas. And it's a discovery compliance hearing, Judge. I conferred with Oscar Salinas, and we have all our discovery that could be, obtained through the e-discovery, but we have already made an appointment for.
All right, just give me 1 moment. I'm going to get right back to you.
Sure.
Paula Perez.
Yes, Judge, I have Cameron Scott, and it's Family Violence Division.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 14.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Eric Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor. If I could confer with the family violence on this matter for Juan Martinez.
All right, I'm gonna send you breakout room number 15.
Thank you.
Sylvia Cavazos.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Yes, I have Mr. Landon Ventura. Judge, we're still, I was just retained about 12 days ago. I received some discovery, but I'm still waiting. So I'd like to wait to get all my discovery before conferring, if
All right.
possible.
Just give me a moment. Is there anyone else from the breakout room?
Yes, ma'am.
Or any other attorney who needs to be sent to a breakout room or your name has not been called?
Judge, when you get a moment, John,
Yes, Jonathan Watkins, yes.
how are you doing, Judge? How's your weekend?
Oh, it was awesome. How are you doing?
Hanging in there, Your Honor. Thank you for asking. I have Christopher Torres, and he is a trial division case conferring with Mr. Sanders.
Okay. All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 16.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, just 1 second. Anyone else who has not been sent to a breakout room?
I have it.
All right, Daniel Vela, who do you have?
Michael Avery, Your Honor. The criminal trial division case. He is here.
Send you to breakout room number 17.
Judge, is the client Deborah Fennemore on?
Deborah Fennemore. Deborah Fennemore. No, she's not on.
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Seeloff on Deborah Fennemore.
Yes, Your Honor, the paperwork has not arrived yet, and I was hoping she was here, but I can't get a hold of her.
All right, I give everyone till 10:30 if you want to zoom out and zoom back in at 10:30.
Okay.
And then we'll see if she comes. Courtroom, is there a Deborah Fennemore in the courtroom? Yeah, there's not a Deborah Fennemore.
No,
in the
Judge.
courtroom. All right, thank you. So if
Okay,
you,
I'll come back at 10:30, Judge.
all right, thank you.
Thank
And then Jonathan Ross, you said Bondeswula, that was a PTD?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
All right, has the paperwork been done?
I am hopefully getting him, hopefully I'll be getting the facts from him pretty much directly on that, Your Honor.
All right, then we'll wait for him. Where is Mr. Virgilio Basadua? Virgilio Basadua.
There we go. It looks like a Galaxy A1, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you and your client to a breakout room. That paperwork needs to be completed today. Otherwise, we're doing something else with the case.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe this is the second time we're here for.
Oh, he wasn't accepted the last time, Your Honor. We just got accepted recently, and we'll get that done, Your Honor.
All right, just give me a moment. All right, Mr. Ross. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 18. And Mr. Basulda, I know I'm just mispronouncing your name differently every time. So Basadua, if you could go to breakout room number 18, and Jonathan, if you will go to 18.
Yes, ma'am.
And let me find you on the screen. Were you previously in a breakout room or no?
No, ma'am.
All right, let me try to find you. There you are. All right, and then Efren Torres. Efren Torres.
Yes, Your Honor.
On your client, Riojas,
Yes.
or is it Rojas?
Riojas.
All right, where is Eduardo Ernesto Mejia Rojas?
He's in custody, Judge.
All right, and Mr. Torres, is this your client, the one who's in custody?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sorry.
All right. So you have discovery.
Yes, Judge, the only discovery that's needed is going to be the forensic, but we have to make an appointment with the ADA, and we've already made that for the 9th of June for the forensic download.
Has an offer been tendered to you all yet or no?
One more time, Judge, I'm sorry?
Has an offer been tendered to you all yet?
I don't believe so, Judge.
All right, let me see where he is on the docket.
Recall page.
Thank you. All right, Norma, on Mejia Rojas, can you give them a date after June 9th? Can you put this, let me see. Can you put this on the week of June 21st so that the state can tender an offer?
Yes, ma'am. We can bring him back on the 23rd, Judge.
All right, we're going to come back on June 23rd. At that time, Mr. Rojas, the state will be able to tender an offer to your attorney, and your attorney can tender that to you. Mr. Rojas, could you unmute for me, please?
Yes.
All right, do you have any questions about the process, not about your case?
No.
All right, Mr. Torres, do you need to speak with Mr. Rojas?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, Norma, can you let them know that L1 can go back?
Ma'am.
All right, Mr. Torres, unless you have someone else with us, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Chris Simpkins, you said you needed to confer with the court?
Yes, Judge.
All right, just give me one moment. James Ottersdorf?
Yes,
James?
Judge. I have Nadine Morales, and I'm not able to get her on the phone this morning, but I have talked to her at this number as recently as, of course, last week. I get the impression that she might, I guess, not be homeless, like on the street, but that she's probably sharing, sleeping on different couches. It just, I think the person that phone I'm calling is a phone she's borrowing to get in touch with me to make sure, and to make sure she didn't have a court date.
Oh, she's in the courtroom.
Oh, great! That's wonderful news. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Put up a timeout sign when I do that. So
no problem.
Didn't even realize. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. She's with Criminal Trial Division. So
Yeah.
I'm going to send you to breakout room number 19.
Well, she is making me look like a good, not a liar. That's good news, because I'm glad she's keeping up with things without me. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, and the person who needs to see me is Chris Simpkins, and who is the prosecutor?
Judge, I don't need the process. I actually just need to speak to the court.
Okay. But you said
It's
you
me,
need to
Judge
speak to
Freddie
me.
Ramirez.
It's Freddie Ramirez.
You said you needed to speak to me in a breakout room, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So
I thought you
the
were.
prosecutor needs to be there as well.
Okay. I wasn't trying to.
No,
ex parte anything
I
regarding the case.
understand. All right. I'm sending you to breakout room number 1. And if Freddie Ramirez could go to 1, everyone, please give me a moment. And remember, we're live on YouTube. And Norma Ferguson, if you could go to 1, please.
Let me see if
All right, courtroom, is there a Deborah Lawn there?
Yes, Judge.
All right, could you go to breakout room number 1, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Her attorney is waiting to speak with her. All right.
Jim Ultersdorf back, so I can go to the breakout room in the courtroom as well if it's when it's available.
All right, just give us a moment.
Thank you.
All right, anyone, I'm going to go through the list, see if anyone's back from the breakout rooms. Adam LaHood.
Your Honor, I am back. I do need to confer with my client. I believe her screen name is Veronica in this meeting.
All right, Veronica, if you'll go to breakout room number 2, please. Anthony Smith.
Yes, Your Honor. I've met with Hunter, and I'd like to confer with my client, please. He's in custody.
Mr. Gonzalez, if you go to breakout room number 4, please. Jonathan Chavez. And Mr. Smith, you can go back to 4.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ray Martinez. Ron Ross. Shannon Locke.
Morning, Your Honor. I have conferred with the prosecutors. They've extended an offer. This is an extremely complex case. It involves court orders from 2 different states and 2 different court of appeals. And so we're going to need a little bit of time to consider the offers and convince the state to dismiss the case.
Okay. All right, Norma, on Tucson, could you give them a 30-day reset, please? And Mr. Locke, I do remember this case, and I remember it because of the French last name.
The French last name, yes, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Judge, we can come back on the 6th, July 6th.
All right, we will be back on July 6th. And I'll note in the file that an offer has been tendered. So the next setting, let me know whether or not your client is going to accept the offer. And my other question is, have you received all the discovery on this case?
Well, Your Honor, I'm fairly new into this. I think that a lot of this is going to be going through court orders and applying them to, I think there's 3 child custody cases involved here. So it's hard for me to know exactly if I have all the discovery yet, but I'll have that answer for you the next time we.
Okay, so I'll put you down July 6th for the regular reset and also any discovery issues to be solved.
Perfect.
All right, thank you. You and your client are excused. Have a good one. Jonathan Chavez.
Yes, Your Honor. I just came back from conferring with Hunter. I think we want to leave that on the trial docket. He's going to look into some discovery issues with the hospital. It's not the district attorney's office isn't holding up discovery. It's the law enforcement agency that's at the university hospital or the university hospital police department that seems to be holding it up a little bit. But I think Hunter's going to reach out and get some information from them. But I think we want to just stay on the trial docket at this point, Your Honor.
All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to, because you're saying that they need some medical, like what medical records, I don't understand what medical records are needed from a hospital
The
when
client,
it's a drug case.
The client was in surgery, Your Honor, when there was a valuables technician at the hospital that alleges that she found some substances in her purse.
Okay, who's the prosecutor you were conferring with?
Judge, it's me, Hunter.
All right, so Hunter, does this plea deadline need to be extended or has everything been given to the defense?
Judge, I haven't spoken with the Bexar County Hospital Police District. I'm not aware of a chain of custody that their evidence technicians have when they go and search rooms for pre-op patients. But I told defense I'm happy to reach out and find out if there is anything that he's missing. I'm not requesting this court to extend the deadline, but if there is discovery the state hasn't turned over, in good faith, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I'm just not sure anything exists.
All right, Norma, I'm sorry, Hunter, how long will it take you to discover if there's anything related to the chain of custody?
I mean, I'll reach out right now, Judge.
Okay, let's find out then. Just give us 1 moment. Jonathan, if you can zoom back in at maybe 10:30 and we'll see where we are.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
All right. Todd Mcrae, are you back? All right, in courtroom, could you go back to breakout room number 1, please?
Yes, Judge.
And James Oltersdorf, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Were you previously assigned? Yes. If you go to 1, please.
Yeah, I was only with Tom before. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, and then the other person zooming in is Chris Simpkins.
Yes, Judge.
You have Deborah Lund.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, just give us one moment. As soon as Mr. Osterstorff is finishing a breakout room, we'll take up your matter.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room?
Judge, I'm back on Cameron Scott. We're going to keep that on the trial docket. I conferred with David Martin.
Oh, okay. Sylvia, just give me one moment, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure. So Norma, on Cameron Scott, can you give them a 30-day reset for a plea deadline? Everyone, just give me a moment, please. All right, Norma, on Cameron Scott, can I have a 30-day reset, please?
I'm sorry, Judge?
30-day reset on Cameron Scott.
July 6th, Judge.
All right, Ms. Perez, July 6th is going to be your client's plea deadline date.
Okay.
And you and your client are excused.
Thank you.
All right, Sylvia Cavazos, who do you have?
Yes, Judge. I have Mr. Ventura. He is present on Zoom.
All right, we're going to bring your client back on July 7th.
On the 7th? Okay, yes. Thank you.
I'm sorry, July 6th. I'm sorry.
Okay, yes, that's okay. Thank you so much. And I'll follow up with the DA's office.
All right, you're welcome. You're in your client excuse.
Thank you, Judge. Have a nice day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you.
Judge Jamultersdorf
Yes.
back from Breakout Room, and we have Nadine wants to accept the offer from Mr. Nesbitt.
All right, if you'll put it in the chat box with Ms. Ferguson.
Jim, go back to whatever breakout room number you were in and tell me what number that is so I can come in there and we can do the email particulars.
I'll move him into number 3.
Oh,
Thank you.
And Tom, she's in the courtroom.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Chris Simpkins on lawn.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, courtroom, could you have Ms. Lawn come on the screen, please?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Brenna, are you ready? Court is calling 2020 CR 5830, State of Texas versus Deborah Lawn. Can I have parties announced for the record? If I could have defense announced.
Christopher Simpkins.
All right, and this is a motion to withdraw. Ms. Lawn is in the courtroom. This is not one of the days for an in-person hearing. However, the court is allowed to have in-person hearings as long as we follow all guidelines, and those guidelines are being followed, and the court has obtained approval from the administrative judge. Are you Deborah Lawn?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Your attorney has filed a motion to withdraw. Do you have any objections to his motion to withdraw?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so the court is going to grant that motion to withdraw. Mr. Simpkins, you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Lund, are you going to hire an attorney or do you need one appointed?
Appointed.
All right, if you'll take a seat, Ms. Lund, we'll make sure we get someone to represent you, okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you see who is on the list for appointments for Ms. Lund? And everyone, I'm going to need to take a break, short break.
Good morning. Is there a co-host that can send me to a breakout room with Mr. Juan Martinez, my client?
Mr. Hernandez, what room are you trying to go to?
I'm in 15, but if you could just assign Juan Martinez to that room with me as well, so I can review what he and what I and the state spoke about. Thank you very much.
Hunter. Okay.
Hey, Tom.
Judge, can you get me in a breakout room with Joe and Tue, please?
Adam, you can message me or email me or
I'll email you right now. Well, but we're good. We have an agreement.
okay. Yeah, just send me the emails then, and we'll get it going.
Tom, are you able to get me into a breakout room with Joe and Tue, or the judge needs to do that?
The judge can, or Marcus probably can. Any DA with a computer, but not me because my Zoom is on the phone.
Is there a DA that hears this that can get
All
me
right,
in a
everyone,
breakout
I
room
am
with
back.
Joe and Tue?
So is there anyone back from the breakout room?
Yes,
Todd
Judge.
Mcrae, Your Honor, can you get me in a breakout room with Joe and Tue?
All right, Todd Mcrae, you were in breakout room number 9. If you'll go back to breakout room number 9. Mr. Antu, if you'll go to number 9. Anyone else?
Judge, this is Alfonso Cabañas. I need a breakout room with the prosecutor, please.
What is your client's name?
His name is Xavier McBride. He's under 187 McBride, Your Honor.
Is it criminal trial division?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 5.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Anyone else who just zoomed in? Any attorney?
Your Honor, I just came from a breakout room with my client. We have an agreement on this case, and once we have paperwork, I anticipate we'll have this resolved this morning.
All right, thank you. If you put it in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson.
Yes, ma'am, I have.
All right, Robert Guyona.
Morning, Judge. I need to speak to an ADA on Sonia Hickman.
Sonia who?
Hickman.
Is it criminal trial division or family violence?
You know what, Judge? Showed up last night. I don't know.
Okay, let me see.
She is in jail, or what?
All right, it's criminal trial division.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 7.
Judge, I was in there and I came out to talk to you. I know we're at the dentist office or at the doctor's office, but I just want to make sure that they hadn't forgotten me.
Okay, just give me one moment.
Mr. LaHood, I send you a chat.
I'm sorry, ma'am, say it again.
I send you a chat.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, I'm back, guys. And somebody tried to make my Tuesday a Monday. So, Ron, let me just tell you what happened. It wasn't anybody on the screen. I received this emergency phone call from CPS Energy. I told Brenna about this, and they wanted me to give them money, saying they need to reinstall equipment. And I'm like, what? And so I ended up calling CPS Energy, and they're like, it's a scam. And I called my neighbors, and they're like, well, they're just hoping to get some money out of you, and you will be so afraid and ashamed and embarrassed that you won't call the police. I'm like, yeah, even if I gave them 2 pennies, I will report it. So
you mean you even had to call CPS? You weren't really sure, so you called them. You didn't know it was a scam right off the bat.
Oh no,
I'm joking.
But you know what, Ron? I'm always like trust and verify. Like,
well, they need to know also, but yeah. Judge, I was in 7 and the prosecutors never showed up. I don't know if they just never got to me. I wanted to make sure.
I'm gonna make it happen. Tom is in 5, and then there's Ray Martinez in 6. So they're making their way toward you.
I got you. Okay, Daddy. Did you put somebody in 7 just now? You were somebody.
No. I moved them because I see that you were not finished in 7. So if you'll go back there, someone will get to you.
I will. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it.
That's fine. Sometimes, you wonder if the doctor forgot you. So.
Oh, you know what? And when that happens and I'm with my mom, you know what I do? I go straight to the front desk. And then 2 seconds later, oh no, we hadn't forgotten you. I'm like, okay. All right, Christopher Castro.
Morning, Judge. I'm here on 2021 CR 1586. Mr. Bettis had filed a motion for continuance. He's out in Kirk County in person.
What's your client's name?
Edward Morales.
The criminal trial division or family violence?
Family violence.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 19.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Jesse Sepulveda.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've got
Good morning.
Francesca Salinas. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
It's a
last name?
pretrial. Francesca Salinas.
And you said it's
a
pretrial
pretrial
diversion?
diversion application. We're waiting for a response from the DA.
All right, we're going to get you
Yes,
a
ma'am.
response today. I'm going to send you to a breakout room. And while you're in that breakout room, I'm going to send you number 20. While you're in there, I want you to think about the college football season that's upcoming.
Oh, I've been thinking about it, Your Honor. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. So I'll see you to breakout
Are you
room.
excited about yours? It wasn't.
Oh my
very good last
gosh.
year, was it?
No, we shall see what will happen this year. You know, it all comes back to defense.
I was
All
waiting
right.
for that.
Yes. Javier, Olivia.
Yes, how you doing, Judge? Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How's it going?
I'm doing great. What's
Yes.
your football team, Judge?
Should I say it on the screen?
You a Tiger?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
Very
see what happens this year.
Yeah. Jesse and I went to high school together. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea. Which high school?
Antonian College Preparatory High School here in San Antonio.
Awesome. Look at this. I feel like we're making connections and having school reunions.
Jesse's one of the best infielders I've ever seen play baseball. He was a great
Oh
infielder.
my gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you have?
I have Jacob Canales.
And is it family violence or criminal trial division?
Criminal Trial Division.
Okay. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 21.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anyone back from the breakout room?
Judge, I'm back.
Yes. Elizabeth Gaskin, what's happening?
So Judge, on Gaskin, I've never been able to make contact with her. I spoke with her family this morning, but she is homeless somewhere in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So I do not have any good contact for her. I did check in with pretrial as well, Judge. She has not checked in since the release.
All right. Is there a prosecutor? Let me see if there's a prosecutor available here.
Then Judge, I went to Antonian with Javier's son. with
Get
Steven.
out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, it's like a reunion, Brenna.
San Antonio is a small, big town.
It is. That's why my mom was okay with me moving here. She's like, it's a ginormous city, but it's has a small town feel.
That's right.
David Martin, are you available? Sometimes his equipment does not work. Ah, there you are. Brenda, you ready? Court is calling 2021 CR 4146, State of Texas versus Elizabeth Ann Gaskin. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state,
David Martin.
for the defense?
Natalia Rodriguez.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:03 a.m. We're proceeding with this hearing by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
No objection.
Any objection from the defense?
No objection, Judge.
For the record, there has not been a Elizabeth Ann Gaskin on the Zoom. Deputy Laura or Deputy Mejia, is there Elizabeth Ann Gaskin in the courtroom this morning?
No, Judge, she is not.
Defense, have you had any contact with your client?
And Judge, just from my appointment from August, I was not given a phone number. I've checked in with pretrial services here in Bexar County. I was given contacts for her mother and father. Her mother's phone number was disconnected. I did make contact with her father. He informed me the last time they had contact with her was about 2 weeks ago, and she was homeless in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, Judge. So I have not been able to make contact with her after exhausting all efforts.
All right, state?
For a bond forfeiture and a warrant to be issued.
All right, that'll be granted and I'll remand her without bond. Mr. Rodriguez, if you're able to get in touch with your client, just let the court know. If she presents herself, I'll reconsider.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you. You're excused. Have a good rest of your day.
Judge, I have Machuca. That was the one from last week that we were trying to get transferred over to the 144th. I don't see Joe Ray on the screen, so I guess I may have to wait for him.
All right, David Martin, do you know about Victoria Machuca? I'm gonna put
Yeah,
it
we're still looking at it, Judge, because it looks like it's tied in with a couple of other cases. Should be going to the 144th. As soon as I know for sure, I'll email Norma.
Okay, do we have any idea when this will be happening?
Probably in the next day or two. I just have one more thing I have to check in on.
All right, Norma, on Miss Machuca, could you recall that for Friday to make sure it's no longer with us?
Yes, ma'am.
And Judge, can we just ask that my client be excused? She's shown up to all previous settings. I just don't want her missing more work.
Yes, no, your client is excused, but we're going to recall this for Norma, June 4th. Should we be calling this on June 4th when that's our jury trial day?
No.
How about June 3rd?
I can just recall it, Judge, and I can just look at it to make sure that it was done. Just put it just as a reminder for myself.
All right.
I can let all parties know for them.
Let's recall it for June 3rd because the state is telling me they'll know something by the next day.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to recall it June 3rd. Your client is excused from that hearing.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge. I appreciate that.
Thank you. If you don't have anything else, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yes, Your
I'm
Honor. I
back,
am.
Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to take Eric Hernandez, then I'll do Alfonso Cabanas. Eric Hernandez on Juan Martinez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I spoke to the state. I conferred with Mr. Martinez as well. The state has tendered a couple offers. This is the first time we've received an offer from the state. I think this is our first setting overall. I would just ask for another trial setting so that me and Mr. Martinez can review these offers in a bit more detail and decide what makes sense for him, whether that's going to be trial or a plea.
All right, Norma, can you give them a 30-day reset on Juan Antonio Martinez, please?
Martinez?
Yes, it's on page 10.
Okay. You said a 30-day, Judge?
Yes.
That'll be July 6th.
All right, we'll see you and your client back on July 6th.
Reset to July 6th. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right, you too. Bye-bye. All right, Alfonso Cabanas.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
May I get a breakout room with my client, Mr. McBride, Judge, who's in custody?
All right, Xavier McBride, if you could go to breakout room number 5. And the people who are still waiting to view or see attorneys from Criminal Trial Division, Raymond Martinez is in number 6. Ron Ross is in number 7. Justin Fox is in 11. Sean Sheffield, 13. All right, Anthony Smith, you're back on Carlos Gonzalez.
Yes, Your Honor. He's
Yes.
sounds like he's willing to go forward with an offer. I think I'd like to do that, but could we do that on another day instead of today?
Why can't we do it today? Everyone's here. I'm here. The state's here, you're here, your client's here. So let's do it today. All right, Christopher Castro, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. I initially appeared to do the motion for continuance for John Bettis. However, I conferred with the states. They've provided me with the victim advocates number so that Mr. Bettis can schedule his time to go view discovery at the DA's office. I believe there was an issue with viewing discovery last month.
All right. So do y'all have access to all discovery and it's just on your end? We're waiting for you all to make a time to view discovery? Is that where we are?
To view the discovery at the DA's office, Your Honor.
Okay, when is that going to happen?
I would have to check with Mr. Bettis, but I'm sure he can get it done within the next 30 days.
All right, Norma, on Edward Morales, can you recall this in 30 days?
July 6th, Judge.
All right, we're going to come back on July 6th. Before that date, I'm expecting your office to have seen whatever discovery and made whatever appointment that needs to be made for discovery to be viewed.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Is your client in custody?
No, he's not, Your Honor.
All right, where is Edward Morales?
I believe Mr. Bettis had told him, didn't provide the link because he was under the impression the motion for continuance is going to be signed.
No, your client needs to zoom in.
Understood, Your Honor.
So I'll wait for your client to zoom in.
All right. Can I log out real quick to see if I can get him on the phone?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, can you get me back in with Tom this bit on Joe and two?
All right, if you'll go back to breakout room number 9, a prosecutor will meet you there. He's currently in a breakout room with another attorney. All right, Jonathan Perez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Who do you have?
I have Brian Pinkney, Judge. He's here. I'm looking at him right now, but I think he's under a different phone. Letitia Pinkney. I think he's just got to change his name. Last time we were here, Judge, we did the motion to sub for counsel, and I should have access to discovery now, and I'm trying to just talk with the state, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to send you to a breakout room. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 22.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, anyone else back from a breakout room? All right, let me check my email. All right, so the remaining attorneys in breakout room wanting to confer. Jonathan Perez is in 22 with Brian Pickney. Javier Olivia, Jacob Canales in 21. These are CTD cases. Daniel Vela with Michael Avery in 17. Jonathan Watkins with Christopher Torres in 16. Sean Sheffield with Marva Casares in 13. Justin Fox with Ruben Sanchez in 11. And Todd Mcrae has requested to speak with Tom Nesbitt again. He's in 9.
We're
Ryan
doing the
Ross.
paperwork for him right now, Judge, on
All
McCrae.
right. Thank you. Joe Antu, if you can go back to breakout room number 9, please.
Okay.
And Todd Mcrae, your client is going back to number 9.
Yes, thank you, Judge. We've got a police, so we'll be working on our paperwork in there.
All right, thank you. Raymond Martinez.
Judge, I've been in the breakout room almost an hour and nobody's come in. So I don't mind waiting, but I just want to make sure somebody knows I'm over there.
Oh, yes, I just called out the names of the remaining attorneys. So I have you up as you're next. You should be coming up next on the list because
Okay,
there's a prosecutor in a breakout room.
I'll go back to where I was.
All right, thank you. All right, who's the attorney for Michael Avery? Michael Avery, are you represented by Daniel Vela?
Yes, Judge. He is.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Matter of fact, I gotta talk to the clerk real quick about that. Marcia White, you're back.
Yes, Judge, I have an update. Can I speak with Ms. Wills in a breakout room, my client?
All right, just one moment. You were in number 10.
I was.
Ms. Wills, if you could go to breakout room number 10, your attorney will meet you there.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? All right, then we have Raymond Martinez. Yes, Sean Sheffield.
Sorry, Judge. I've been in there for an hour. I just didn't know if I was still supposed to wait or
Yes,
or what.
wait. They're working. They're making.
Okay. I just want to
making
make
it
sure I
right.
hadn't missed anything. Okay.
No, I will not let you be forgotten.
Thank you, Judge. I'll go back then. Thanks.
No problem. So criminal trial division, Ryan Ross is in 7. On Robin Hernandez, he's waiting for someone. Justin Fox is 11, and he's waiting for criminal trial division. And Sean Sheffield is in 13, waiting for criminal trial division. All right, James Seeloff, you're back.
Yes, Your Honor. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
I hate to admit, but this is the first time I got to see or hear about Tulsa. And I got about 5 programs recorded.
Oh yeah. No, I mean there are a lot of there's a lot of history that nobody ever heard of.
Did you hear about it? Did you hear about it before?
Yes. Well, let me just tell you, I had some of the best history teachers, and we called it junior high then. Now it's called middle school,
Right.
junior high and high school, and they went beyond the textbook.
Oh, they would have to. Yeah.
Yeah, because it wasn't in the textbook. And I tell everybody, I remember this distinctly in my junior high school book. When they talked about slavery, you know how long it was on slavery?
Oh.
It was like 3 sentences.
Oh my.
And it was like slaves came over on the Middle Passage. And it was like the end.
And they volunteered, huh?
Yeah. And then it was the whole section on civil rights was civil rights happened in the 60s.
Wow.
The end. And that was it. So my teachers were very awesome. They're like, well, we're going to dig a little bit deeper. And so we would all go to the library, they would pull books, and you had a different subject you would speak on. So they started just like, yeah.
Yeah, I had history in college and everything, and I felt bad until I heard a college professor on MSNBC last night talk about, I'm afraid to admit that I just learned about Tulsa myself a couple of months ago.
But no, there were a lot of that. And, Tulsa was just, people are now doing a lot of that in the news, but there's like so many more incidents of that. Like a lot of people don't know about the bombing in Philadelphia, and that happened in the 80s. People are like, what bombing in Philadelphia? I'm like, yeah, a city block was bombed in Philadelphia, and people are like, I've never heard of that.
Well, I remember the nut mayor that was up in Philadelphia.
Yeah. And so I always tell people, pick up a book, read history. It's very interesting. It's always educational, and you can always dig deeper and find more. So I try to know about all history. And I always taught to just love it. So it's always interesting doing research and learning more. All right, so Deborah Fennemore, I think the bond forfeiture was recalled because she came in on May 4th, and she was here at like 10:48 a.m. I notated it in my file, of course, and I recalled it. And so we don't know where she is at this moment.
No, I called the last number she had, and it's been disconnected. I emailed her and told her to call me immediately, and I gave her the meeting ID number. I said, you need to get on right away, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because I know she was here last time, and I gave her the date and everything. And I always tell people, if for some reason you don't come in, then you need to, if you don't Zoom in, then you need to appear in the courtroom.
Yeah, it's so silly because it's a PDD case. I mean, all she has to do is fill out the application, and that's all we need.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, court, is there a prosecutor available? Joe Ray or David Lunan?
Tom Nesbitt helped me with it before.
Okay. All right, the court is going to call 2021 CR 1461, State of Texas versus Deborah Ann Fennemore. Could I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia.
For the defense?
James Seeloff.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections to us proceeding by video, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 10:34 a.m. The defendant was previously on our docket on May 4th. The defendant did not appear till 10:48 a.m. At that time, the court had issued a bond forfeiture that was requested, but because the defendant showed up at 10:48 a.m., the court recalled the warrant. The defendant was instructed to be here today, either by Zoom or in person. For the record, the defendant has not appeared on Zoom. Deputy Mejia, Deputy Laura, is there a Deborah Ann Fennemore in the courtroom?
No, Judge, she is not.
All right, defense, have you had any contact with your client?
No, I have not. I have attempted, but I've been unsuccessful, Your Honor.
All right, state.
State requests a bond forfeiture and a warrant be issued.
All right, that'll be granted. Mr. Seeloff, if you have any contact with your client, of course, the court will reconsider, but I'll issue the bond forfeiture and remand her without bond.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too, and stay safe.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. All right, if there are any, let me see if there are any criminal trial division prosecutors in here. They are in breakout rooms. Everyone, just give me one moment while I sign paperwork. All right, anyone else back from the breakout room? Christopher Castro.
Judge, I got in contact with Mr. Morales. I believe he's logged in under LG Stylo 2, but he's having issues connecting with the video.
Okay. All right, Mr. Morales, we're going to have you back here on July 6th. At that time, defense, you need to have viewed whatever discovery you need to view. You're telling me that the state has made that available. It's just a matter of you setting up an appointment to go there. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll come back on July 6th and you need to have viewed everything at that time.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And has an offer been tendered to you?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, when we come back, an offer will be tendered to you as well.
Thank you.
All right, you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Judge. May I approach when you get an opportunity?
Yes, just give me a moment.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, yes, Raymond Bell. Who do you have?
Good morning, Judge. Good to see you. I have an MTR on the docket. It's for Ricardo Madrigal, and I just need to visit one of the prosecutors. It's a regular criminal division case. I had talked to Hunter about it. I don't know if he's here today.
Oh, yes, he's here. He's in a breakout room. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 23.
Okay, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Alfonso Cabanos, you're back on Mr. McBride.
Good morning, Judge. I conferred with Tom before conferring with Mr. McBride, and there is a resolution on his MTR, Judge.
Okay. All right. If you'll just put that in the chat box to Ms. Ferguson, and
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
take care of that.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
And Judge, I just got back from a breakout room. When do you have a moment?
All right, just give me one moment. And I'm doing the paperwork on Flores. I'm sending that back to you all. She's in the breakout room, I think, with her attorney. Because I think her attorney may be Todd Mcrae. Let me check. Yeah, and all of those can go back. No, not that one. And let me make sure that's where she is. Who is Veronica Flores?
Judge, we're here and we're ready to go on that.
All right, which break, if you and your client will go to breakout room number 2, is she in the courtroom or on bond?
Judge, she's actually here in the office with me. She was having technical difficulties, so I just had her drive down. But she's right here next to me. And when we're ready to do the plea, we'll appear together.
All right, if you'll go to breakout room number 2, go back there so a clerk can swear in and let you know if they have all the paperwork.
Very good. Thank you, Judge.
All right. Jonathan Watkins?
Yes, ma'am. Judge, I was able to confer with Mr. Nisbet in a breakout room. He was able to evaluate the materials we attended, and the state's going to be filing a motion to dismiss. So,
And the court has already signed that motion to dismiss.
thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
May my client and I be excused?
Yes.
Okay. You'll have a great week, Your Honor.
All right. You too. Bye-bye. Hopefully it's looking up better for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, it started off the right foot. It's trying to keep it a Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Have a good one. All right. To the prosecutors, the people who are remaining to speak with you, Raymond Martinez is in breakout room number 6. Justin Fawkes is in number 11. And Sean Sheffield is in number 13. All right, Jonathan Chavez, you're back?
Yes, Your Honor. I had to come back at 10:30 with Miss Minchow, and she's on again. I think Hunter was going to check on some information with the Bexar County Hospital District Police Department.
Okay, he's in a breakout room. As soon as he's available, we will get with you.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Javier Olivia?
Yes, Your Honor. I met with Mr. Nesbitt, and they're going to be filing paperwork for dismissal of the felony charge, and so you should be getting that soon.
All right, thank you. Then you and your client are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
See you.
See you next semester.
Absolutely. Take care, Judge.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, everyone, just give me one moment. All right, Norma, on Deborah Lond.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is that attorney going to be able to Zoom in today or no?
No, ma'am.
All right, so let's recall it then in 30 days. So that'll give the attorney a chance to catch up to speed.
July 6th.
All right, to the courtroom, could I see Deborah Lond, please?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Ms. Lond, the new attorney who's appointed to represent you off the wheel is Karen Corby. Your next court date will be July 6th, and she will be able to speak with you before then. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Can I get the spelling of the last name, please?
Sure. The last name is C-O-R-B as in boy, Y.
C-O-B?
No, C-O-R-B-Y. And the first name is Karen.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, if you'll just give me a moment, let me Google her so I can give you her office number.
Thank you.
Her office number is 210-231-0011.
210-231-0011?
Yes. And her office's address is 214 Dwyer Avenue. It's right around the corner. And it's suite 303.
I believe that's the same office as Mr. Simpkins.
Yes.
They're in the
I mean,
same.
that's our, no, that is an office building for attorneys.
Okay.
So A lot of attorneys are in that office.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. We'll see you on July 6th.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else back from the breakout room?
Yeah, I am, Judge, I am.
Okay, what's happening with your client?
Okay, Robin Hernandez, Judge, I have an offer. My problem, as I told you before, is I couldn't get I didn't know it was indicted. I found it was indicted. I couldn't get a hold of her this morning. The phone number I had is not a good number. So I don't know if she's here or not. She probably is not. You might check her.
She's in the courtroom.
She is here?
Yes.
Okay, well, could you put us in a room?
Yes, let me see what breakout room. Courtroom, could you go to breakout room number 7, please?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Jesse Sepulveda.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I had technical difficulty a while ago. I've got Francesca Salinas. It was a pretrial diversion application.
Norma, can you check on the has your client filled out the application?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Norma, can you see what the update is on the pretrial diversion for Francesca Salinas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're going to find out what the update is on that. Jonathan Chavez?
Yes.
Yes. Who are you here for?
Oh, Sarah Minchow. I was just updating, waiting for the update from, I think Hunter was checking with the Bexar County Hospital District Police Department to, they wouldn't speak to us. So I think Hunter was trying to reach out to them to see if there was the discovery.
Okay, we'll see what's going on. All right, who are the parties on Veronica Flores?
We're here, Your Honor. Adam LaHood for attorney, and my client is sitting next to me, Judge.
Okay.
When we speak, just make sure we speak one at a time. Because the coordinator.
Who is a prosecutor? Joe Ray?
We're speaking with Tom Nesbitt.
All right. I think Tom is on the phone. Joe Ray, are you able to take this plea and I'll walk you through what the agreement is?
I can step in if need be, Judge. Yes.
Thank you. Court is calling 2021 CR 3429, State of Texas versus Veronica Flores. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia.
For the defense?
Adam LaHood for defendant.
Veronica, and are you Ms. Torres? I'm sorry, Ms. Flores?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
No objections to the defense, Your Honor.
Ms. Flores, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, I did.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Mr. LaHood, I'm showing you what's entitled Acknowledgement of Discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor. We've received everything we're entitled to.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Flores, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it?
Yes.
Ms. Flores, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, it appears that you're waiving count 2. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the waiver of count 2?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Flores, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand what you're charged with is possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Flores, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 1. I'm getting feedback from your end, Mr. LaHood. State is proceeding on count 1. There's a $500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution to San Antonio Police Department for laboratory testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement, Ms. Flores?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 40 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense as charged in count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all its attachments.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Flores, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there would not be any live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We're fine proceeding today, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, we would just ask the court to please follow the plea agreement. I believe she is motivated to complete probation, and I feel she is going to be successful. And ultimately, if a confidential complete deferred, and hopefully have this charge dismissed.
All right, Ms. Flores, are you employed?
No, ma'am.
All right, so how are you supporting yourself?
Well, my daughter, really, I was getting disability and recently they cut it off.
What were you
I have to go back to, I'm sorry, I have to go back to the doctor and get my medical records to show the Social Security that I'm still disabled. I hadn't done that in a while. So they took me off.
What's your disability?
I had a bone marrow transplant, and I had the graft versus host disease still.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that last part?
Did I still have the graft versus host disease?
Graft versus host?
Yeah.
Graft versus host disease, Your Honor.
I'm also an uncontrolled diabetic. So I have an appointment July the 11th to go and try and get those records, talk to the doctor.
Okay, how often have you been using drugs?
It's been off and on for, I guess, 3-4 years.
Why are you using drugs?
I guess just the people that I'm hanging out with. I started with the painkillers that the doctor was giving me, and then all of a sudden they stopped giving them to me because somebody at the pharmacy gave them away to somebody, and they were thinking that I was selling them, and I wasn't. So it led from not taking any more pain medicine to going to drug use.
All right, if you're tested today, what are the results going to be? And know that you will receive a drug test today. So here's the thing, I'm asking you this so I can decide what would be the best conditions so that you can be successful. So if you're truthful with me, then I'll know how I can help you. If you're not truthful with me, then the issue is going to be that you're out there on your own. And it's not my fault, it'll be your fault because you were not honest. So if you're tested today, what are the results going to be?
I'm gonna come out positive, ma'am.
For what?
Methamphetamines and heroin.
All right, so when's the last time you used?
Yesterday.
Okay. All right. This is what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a $500 fine. That will be probated. 2 years deferred adjudication. That'll be 40 hours of community service restitution. That can be waived if there's a medical report that says she is unable to complete it. I want her to refer to felony drug court. There's going to be weekly. Are you able to Zoom, Ms. Flores?
I was trying to do that today. I couldn't get the picture going. So I drove over here to sit with him.
All right, we're going to do weekly Zoom reporting. Rebecca, if you will send an emergency SOS to felony drug court that she really needs to be in there. So she may only have to report weekly one time before you accept it in felony drug court. And you need to be truthful with them, okay, Ms.
Yes,
Flores?
I take care of my father. He's elderly, he's disabled, and I really don't have anybody else to watch him.
I mean, well, here's the thing, Ms. Flores, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you or anything, but you can't be doing a good job taking care of your father.
I know, I can understand that.
So, yeah, I'm going to want proof of employment or SSI within 30 days. There is to be no employment as a home health care provider? So if you're receiving money for
No,
taking.
no, I don't. I got a bad background. They don't pay me to take care of my dad.
Okay,
I do that
so.
on my own.
All right, so they should, the government usually provides services for that. So there is to be no employment as a home health care provider or any employment supervising minors. The UA hotline, if not accepted in felony drug court, then intensive outpatient treatment with probation, random field visits 3 times per month. And Ms. Flores, I cannot stress enough that you need to be in felony drug court. They will accept you if you're truthful with them, because I think they have openings. You understand?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right, Rebecca, is there anything else that she needs?
How long is that drug court?
2 years. Anything else she needs, Rebecca? Okay.
No, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Flores, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
If I comply with everything and I finish everything early, can I get off probation early?
Well, you have to complete felony drug court. You understand?
Get your stuff done. I'll talk to her more about that, Judge.
Thank you. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, Ms. Flores. If I didn't think you could do this, I wouldn't have placed you on probation, but it's going to be a lot of hard work on your part. And the way that you can be most successful is being in a program, and felony drug court is an excellent program, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to send
We'll
you
wait
all.
for the probation officer. Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I didn't catch you.
No problem. No problem, madam. If you all can go back to number 2, probation will meet you in breakout room number 2 to go over conditions.
Very good. Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Judge,
Yes.
this is Marshall White. I guess I need to speak with the prosecutor. I was talking, I think it was Mr. Morris, the CTD.
Yes. Let me see. What room were you in, Mr.
I
White?
think it was 10. I think it was in 10.
All right. I'm going to move you to number 9.
Okay.
And to the prosecutors, we have Ray Martinez waiting in breakout room number 6. Justin Fox in 11. Sean Sheffield in 13. Jonathan Perez in 22, and Raymond Bell in 23. All right, who are the prosecutors? Who is on Joe and 2?
Todd Mcrae for Joe and 2, Your Honor.
All right, Joe Ray, are you available again?
Yes, Judge, I can step in.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 3216, State of Texas versus Joe P. and 2. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia.
And for the defense?
Todd Mcrae for Joe and 2.
And are you Joe and 2?
Yes, ma'am.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
We waived it, Your Honor.
Mr. Antu, I'm showing you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Defense, I'm showing you what's entitled Discovery Acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Antu, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
State, it appears that you're proceeding on
we
the
haven't-
lesser included offense of possession less than a gram. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Any objection from the defense?
That's part of our agreement. No objection.
Mr. Antu, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right? I'm sorry, did you understand what you're charged with as a lesser included offense is possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He's competent and was not insane.
Mr. Antu, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. They're asking for a $500 fine, recommending deferred adjudication, and there's restitution of $57 for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offense, the lesser included offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all its attachments.
Any objections? Any objections?
Me? No, no, ma'am.
No, I'm sorry, I'm talking to your attorney. I believe he's frozen in time. All right, any objections from the defense? All right, we will wait till he comes back.
I'm sorry, I lost the connection for a minute, Judge.
Oh, no problem. We figured you did, so we were just waiting for you. All right, any objections to State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, Mr. McRae?
I've read those documents to Mr. Antu, and he's reviewed them, and we find no objections.
All right, Mr. Antu, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state was presenting evidence in the form of witness statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, the court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. Joe will tell you, Your Honor, he's 44 years old. He's a disabled vet. He was in the service between 94 and 98. He served 2 years in Bosnia. He is disabled and is not technically allowed to work. He has PTSD and depression, which is his disability. He does little side jobs like reselling property to make ends meet. He has a daughter, 22 years old. She has a real estate license, and he describes her as doing really well. He's divorced, but he does have a mom and dad that live here in town. His mom's going through Alzheimer's right now. This is a user situation. I believe Joe will admit to a problem, and he's respectfully asking the court to go along with his plea bargain agreement.
All right, Mr. Antu,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
you're tested today, what will the results be?
Methamphetamine.
All right, and how often are you using?
About 4 or 5 times a week.
Just give me 1 second, everyone. All right, I'm sorry about that. So you said about 4 or 5 times a week?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So are you receiving any help from the VA or the military?
I was, but with the COVID, I got scared of going to the hospital, and then when the medication they were giving me, it would make the nightmares worse, and it was making me into a zombie. And I know it's bad, but it's would help me focus. I know it's illegal, but it just kept me from thinking about all the other stuff that was going on.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years deferred adjudication, $500 fine, that'll be probated. Going to do a MIC evaluation, proof of disability within 30 days, or proof of employment within 30 days. And my understanding, you already have a proof of disability available to give them, is that correct?
Yes.
A referral to felony drug court. I don't know, and I don't believe you would qualify for Veterans Treatment Court because of their rules. I think they say that your disability has to be somehow associated to the offense, but I'm going to refer you to felony drug court. 120 hours of community service restitution. There's going to be random field visits 3 times per month. Weekly Zoom until accepted into felony drug court. I see that you're able to Zoom. If something happens with your Zoom and you're unable to Zoom, then you need to contact probation and let them know. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Todd, do you want him considered for Veterans Treatment Court? I just don't believe they'll accept him because they say there has to be some nexus between any type of illness with the offense. Brenna, Todd is either frozen or he's listening so intently.
I'm back.
Yeah. Yes, it's okay.
I'm back, Your Honor. I've just got a really weak connection this morning.
No problem. State, are you okay with Mr. Mcrae?
I'm back.
All right. If he has to proceed without his video, State, do you have any objections to that?
No objection, Judge.
All right. So, Mr. Mcrae, are you okay with your client being referred to Veterans Treatment Court as well?
No objection to a referral there. I'm seeing a lot of Mr. Antu realizing this course of action that he's been following isn't good for him.
Okay. Mr. Antu, is there anything else that you need from this court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
All right. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you don't have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And also, Mr. Antu, I understand that you're disabled, but I put in that if you are not able to provide proof of that, then you have to have employment. If you end up having employment, you're not allowed to be employed with any vulnerable people. That would mean no employment as a home health care provider or as a any job involving minors. And I'm going to do the UA hotline for you, so they'll call you and let you know when they want their drug tests. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, with that, we'll close the record. Mr. Antu, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 2.
Okay.
Probation is there and they'll go over conditions with you, but be patient because they're already in there with someone else.
Okay.
All right, if everyone will give me 1 moment, please.
What are we gonna have?
This one just passed because I've been on probation twice. No, not with probation. Violations. Right. Mhm. Right. We're coming. Yeah. Yes, sir. CDC business that I'm looking at and most likely I will sell. Yes.
All right, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Who is back?
Judge Ron Ross is back.
Good.
Robin
Just one
Hernandez.
second. Yes, Ron Ross.
Robin Hernandez, Judge. I'm gonna need a reset on this case. I got, this is the first setting, just indicted. I got noticed 10 days ago. I still got a little discovery to do.
All right, no problem. We're going to call you back on July 7th.
Very good.
Sorry,
Thank you.
July 6th. I keep saying that.
July 6th, okay?
Yes.
Good.
All right, and at that time, the state will be able to give you an offer.
Like, you know.
I do have an offer already. We're just not ready to accept it, okay? I've got the
Okay.
offer, okay? But I don't know where we're gonna go, okay?
All right, I will see you then.
My client, she should be in the courtroom. We tell her she can be excused.
Just one second. Robin Hernandez, courtroom?
Probably about 12 years.
Yes. We're going to have you back, and we're going to have you back on July 6th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, may I get a reset on Francesca Salinas?
Just one moment. Marshall White?
Yes, Judge. My prosecutor never joined me in the breakout room. I was in 9.
Okay, just one second. Is there a prosecutor able to meet with Mr. White in breakout room number 9, please? It's on Willis,
and it's the CTD.
Yeah, Judge, I can do it.
All right, so prosecutor is coming there right now. So if you'll go back to number 9.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I had the same issue. I never got a prosecutor.
Who's asking? Daniel Vela?
Me, Your Honor, yes.
All right. So if everybody who didn't get a prosecutor, if you'll go back to your room, I am going to call out and prosecutors will head there.
Judge, that would include me. Also.
All right, Sean, you did not, you've made 13 so unlucky today.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get somebody there for you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we're going to make it happen, everyone. Put some patience in your pocket. And if you have extra patience, send it to the other attorneys. All right, Lee Cutter, if you'll go to breakout room number 15, is someone from family violence could speak with Lee Cutter, please?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Jonathan Ross.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Basildua has signed that paperwork and that has been submitted to Beatrice Chavez. So that should be done with PTD, Your Honor.
All right, just one moment. Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
On Balsadua, they say that they've signed the paperwork for PTD. So when do they need to come back?
July the 6th.
All right, we'll see you on July 6th. And
Sure.
you and your, just a second, and Mr. Perez, you and your client are excused.
All right. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Jim Oltersdorf, I've signed some plea paperwork for Miss Morales. Jim Oltersdorf talking. That would be Nadine. She is in the courtroom, but we need the jury. We need the certification and the application.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, we'll get that
Sure.
to you.
Just letting you know.
All right, no, I appreciate it.
I've been on the lam for a while, so I'm back.
Okay, thank you.
What are we talking about?
All right, if you guys can go to the breakout room and discuss that, please.
Judge, I still need to discuss some stuff with you. Like Jessica Sepulveda's case, they have not sent over anything for pretrial diversion. They don't have anything over there, no application or anything under the defendant's name.
All right, Justice Sepulveda, once you guys fill out that application, let the court know, but you are not excused.
Yeah, I've got the application already submitted. I thought I submitted it prior to today, but I did do it this morning. I can send it to you if you need it.
You can send it to the court coordinator. Robert Guyana, you're in breakout room number 3. Is your client in custody? Hickman, if you'll go to breakout room number 3, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Justin Fox.
Judge, I'm back from the breakout room. My case is being rejected.
Okay, Ruben Sanchez. You mean it's being dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry, I'm a little loopy with these allergies this morning. I apologize.
No problem. You and your client then are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Jonathan Perez.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm back. I'm just trying to get into a breakout room to confer with the state again, Judge.
All right, who's your client?
Mr. Brian Pinkney.
Criminal Trial Division?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 14.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, Alfonso Cabanas.
Good morning, Judge. We have signed the paperwork for this MTR on Mr. Xavier McBride. And I think it's been submitted to Norma or to the clerk's office.
All right, to the clerks, can you have me the paperwork on McBride, please?
Yes,
All
Judge, let me
right.
play real quick.
Thank you. Danielle Vela?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, who are you waiting for?
I was waiting to get a breakout room with a CTD prosecutor on Michael Avery.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 16. I'm sorry, number 17.
Okay.
All right, Hunter, you're back?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so these are the people who are waiting for Criminal Trial Division. Ray Martinez is the number 6.
Okay.
Marsha White is in number 9. Jonathan Perez is in 14. Raymond Vale is in 16, and Dan Vela is in 17.
Okay.
And James Oltersdorf, what is your client's name?
That would be Nadine Morales. I've signed the DA paperwork. She has not, and the clerk paperwork has not been sent to me.
All right, to the courtroom. Could you go to breakout room number 7, please? And James Oltersdorf, I'm going to send you to 7.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, and is there a prosecutor available for McBride? Let me see if there's a prosecutor available. Okay,
sorry, Judge.
I have your paperwork, Alfonso. I'm just
ma'am.
waiting for a prosecutor. We have a limited number, so we're just waiting.
Your
So
Honor.
everyone put some patience in your pocket. Yes, Jonathan and Sarah Minchow.
Yes, Hunter actually emailed me back. I had emailed him the contact info for that law enforcement officer earlier, and Hunter emailed me back that he got in touch and that they don't have any more discovery for us. So I think we need to stay on the trial docket.
Okay, just 1 second. So I'm assuming that his offer will remain the same. That is correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
Norma, on Sarah Minchow, can we give them a trial setting, please?
Yes, give me 1 second, Judge. Judge, we can come back on July 7th.
All right, you're, Mr. Chavez, you and your client will need to be in the courtroom. Ms. Minchow, could you unmute, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Minchow, your jury trial is going to be July 7th. Your plea deadline has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll see you in the courtroom. It's 300 De La Rosa, 187 District Court.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, and Sean Sheffield, did you get a chance to speak with somebody?
I did. I talked to Tom, Judge, but I do need to speak to Jordan Brown in the Special Crimes Division. So I need a reset if I could, Judge. This is our first setting. I was just appointed about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks. So if I could, we're trying to get some more discovery also on this.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll recall you back on July 6th.
Okay.
And we'll make sure that Mr. Brown is here.
Thank you, Judge. I'm going to contact him right after I get off.
All right, thank you for your patience. Have a rest of your Tuesday. May it be happy.
Thank you, Judge. You have a good one too.
All right.
And my client may be on. I can have her excused, Judge.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
have
you.
a good day. Thanks.
All right, you too.
Your Honor, Tom back from a breakout room. Could you put myself and Anthony Smith in a new breakout room, please?
All right, what breakout room was Anthony Smith in? Oh, there he is. All right, I'll send him to breakout room number 4.
Thank you.
All right, David Martin, are you available to do I'm sorry, Tom, before you go. Just 1 second. Were you working with Tom on this plea, Alfonso?
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
All right, just give me 1 moment. Court is calling 2020 CR 11104, State of Texas versus Xavier McBride. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Tom Nisbet for the state.
for the defense?
Alfonso Cabañas for the defendant who is in custody.
All right, are you Mr. McBride? Can you unmute, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state?
No, Your Honor.
Any objections from the defense?
None from the defense.
Mr. McBride, I'm showing you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
Did you
ma'am.
electronically sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
You'll find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. Next, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney and did you understand it?
I didn't review that document.
Defense, did you go over the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, we discussed the violations that led to the MTR, particularly the two new number ones.
All right, Mr. McBride, are you aware of the violations that have brought you here today?
Yes, I am, but I thought I was going to be on probation.
Mr. McBride, don't go 2 steps ahead. Just listen to my questions and answer my questions. Did you understand that you're on deferred adjudication?
Yes.
Did you understand and did your attorney explain to you the allegations that are in the motion?
Yes.
Are you the same Xavier Michael James McBride who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 11104 for the offense of terroristic threat causing fear of imminent serious bodily injury on January 13th, 2021 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Judge. Condition number 41, on or about the 4th day of April 2021 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Xavier Michael James McBride, did then and there fail to comply with the rules and regulations of the felony drug court, and that the defendant failed to adhere to the rules and regulations of the lifetime treatment facility in violation of condition number 41.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State?
We waive the remaining allegations, Your Honor.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objections from the defense counsel, Judge.
Mr. McBride, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 41, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 41 true. Is there an agreement?
There is a motion to deny, to adjudicate, continue him on probation, and he is being sent to safety special needs.
Hey, Sarah, did you ever?
All right, is that the agreement?
That is the agreement, Your Honor.
I need to get my ducks in a row, or it's gonna get pushed for later in the week. It's gonna get reset tomorrow.
Excuse me. Just one
And a
second.
different county, you're supposed to log on once you finish there.
Everyone, if you're not a part of this hearing, I need you to please mute yourself. So deny the motion, alter and amend to safe, peace, special needs.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. McBride, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will follow your agreement, deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include safe, peace, special needs. With that, we'll close the record. And I'm going to send you to breakout room number 5. Mr. Cabanos, if you could go to number 5 with your client and let probation know what your agreement is and the fact that Mr. McBride pled to violation of condition 41, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll send you both to breakout room number 2.
Judge, I'm sorry, but I still didn't get anybody in that breakout room.
Okay, just give me one moment.
Sure.
All right, if you'll go back, I'm calling prosecutors to go there now.
Which room? 9?
Let me see where you were. Yes, if you will go to number 9.
Okay, number 9. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, to the criminal trial division. I need a prosecutor in breakout room number 6 with Raymond Martinez. And I also need a prosecutor in breakout room number 9 with Marsha White.
Judge, Jesse Sepulveda did send me a copy of the application.
Okay, thank you. When do you want him back, Norman?
July 6th.
All right, Jesse, you and your client, if you can come back on July 6th, we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Jonathan Perez, you're back.
Judge, I actually got kicked on the internet, so.
Oh, curses. Okay, who is your client?
Mr. Pinkney. I'm just waiting for criminal trial division, Judge. I'm here. We're good.
Okay. Let me send you to a breakout room.
Okay, thank you.
I'll send you to number 11.
Okay.
Hello, Joe Ray, you're back.
Yes, Judge.
And Brenda, do you see Jacob Canales on the docket?
Let me look.
Oh, Rebecca, if you can go back to number 2.
Okay.
Yes, there's a, it's on McBride. He pled true to violation of condition number 41. And he's it's denied in safe peace special needs.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Page 10, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Judge, can you allow me to share screen?
Oh, yes, sorry. All right, you should be able to do it now.
Thank you.
All right, Lee Cutter on your client.
Yes, Judge, I just conferred with Mr. Garcia, and
Yes.
He has changed the offer, but we're waiting on some discovery, which we've now found out has been destroyed by APD. So I would like a short reset, just meet with the client and talk to her about the new offer. Decide if she'd like to take it or go to trial.
All right, she's on the screen right now. I'll send you to a breakout room. Miss Grace Hundary, I'm going to send you to a breakout room.
Judge, I need her to come into my office because of the amount of discovery in this case. And that was originally the plan when we came in January, and then we were set during the freeze, unfortunately, and then I had a baby. So I've been out. This is only my second week back. So I do need her to come to the office to see all the records.
Norma, can you recall Ms. Hundary in 2 weeks, please? Is that enough time for you?
Absolutely, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. They can come back on the 22nd.
All right, we'll see you on June 22nd.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, you're excused.
And may I approach, Judge, when you get an opportunity?
Yes, just give me one moment. Yes.
Can I be put in a breakout room with my client, Judge, Mr. Madrigal? He should be there at the Bear County Detention Facility.
Okay, I'm trying to find him. Was he previously sent to a breakout room or no?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I mean, I've got an offer to resolve his cases.
Norma, can you have the jail bring Mr. Madrigal on this screen, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and Marcia White, you're back?
Yes, Judge, I'm back, and no one is joining me in those breakout rooms.
Okay, could somebody please go to breakout room number 8 and speak with Marcia White?
Yes.
Thank
Just
you.
want to finalize the plea offer.
Okay, sure. All right, Raymond Martinez,
Judge, can I get a breakout room?
which one?
Andy Aborto.
Andy Aborta, I'm sending you to breakout room number 6 with your attorney.
And Judge, on my other case, now that you've mentioned that, Mr. Garcia, we're going to stay on the trial docket. Joe Garcia.
Joe Garcia, where are you?
I think he's the one on the Galaxy.
Okay, thank you. I see your hand. Just give me a moment. Just 1 second. As soon as, tell you what, talk to that other client you have first, because Delmer's on phone with the jail, and as soon as you come back, we'll give you a trial setting.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. All right, Dan Vela. Yes, okay, I understand you guys are, put the patients in your pocket, because when you leave the breakout room, there are like a few prosecutors and they skip over you.
I didn't leave a breakout room, Your Honor. I was there consistently, and then an inmate showed up.
Okay, here you go. I'm sending you to breakout room number 4.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I don't have that inmate coming in till 2.
All right.
2 o'clock in the afternoon for a contestant.
Raymond Vale,
Yes,
your
ma'am.
client is set at 2, and I think it's set at 2 because this was supposed to be a contested.
Ah, okay. Well, they gave me the information for this morning, Judge.
Okay, all right.
Um,
Well, it's probably because it's the same link, but we'll see you at 2.
Okay, ma'am. That sounds good.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. All right, and Robert Guyona?
Thanks, Judge. I need to speak to Hunter Morris again.
I'm sorry, speak to who?
ADA Hunter Morris, J. Hunter Morris.
All right, let me see where Mr. Morris is. He's in number 16. I'll send you there.
Thanks, Judge.
What room were you in? There you are.
I was in 3.
All right, I sent you there.
doesn't look like I may be interrupting, Judge. If I am, I apologize.
Oh, no, you're not.
But just to update, just talk with Tom and advise him that my client is going to be accepting that plea offer. She's an inmate, and so he's preparing the paperwork, or at least he's conveying to Mr. Morris to prepare the paperwork.
Sure, no problem. If you'll put in the chat box to Ann Ferguson what the agreement is so she can get the paperwork ready for your client.
To who?
She's listed as Ferguson coordinator on the screen. If you could chat to her what the agreement is.
Okay.
And then I'll move you to number 10 because that's where your client is.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right.
You
and
know,
Tom,
Judge, I don't, before you move me, I don't think I can send that chat from the breakout room.
Oh, no,
So,
no, do the chat here and then go.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. And Tom, we have
Yes. For
Daniel
Marshall?
Vela is in 4.
Okay.
Michael Avery, and Jonathan Perez is on Pickney and number 5.
4 and 5. Okay. Marshall, I went and talked to Hunter, and then he's doing your paperwork. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Ray Martinez, you're back.
Yes, Judge. I think we have an agreement on Mr. Alberto. We just need to address the court as to how do we put it into motion, and then we need to reset that in Mr. Garcia.
All right. So if you have an agreement, what is your agreement on Mr. Alberto? Is this a plea? What is happening?
It's ISF, Judge. She's going to agree to go to ISF.
All right. When is he going to ISF?
Well, he's not in custody, Judge. So that was the question, whether you wanted to set us for a date for him to come into the courthouse or.
Well, we'll have him do his pleas of true.
Okay.
And then I will have him come to the courthouse for sentencing.
Okay.
All right. So if you'll put in the chat box with Ms. Ferguson so she can get the paperwork, she'll need do the acknowledgement of this. Consent to appear by video with him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, and those are done. And let me see. And Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
I need a trial date for Joe Garcia.
Okay, give me 1 second, Judge.
He's on page 9.
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. Okay. I got another one here. I can do the July 7th as well, Judge.
All right. So Ray, I'm gonna need your client in the courtroom on July 7th for jury trial.
Okay. Mr. Garcia, that's for you, July 7th, okay?
And that'll be at 9 a.m. Have you received all the discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold on.
And then Norma on Andy Alberto. Ray, if you can put in the chat box to Norma what your client's email address is, and she will get the paperwork on that to you.
Yes, ma'am.
So Judge, I sent that chat to Norma, so I'm gonna go ahead and join the breakout room with my client, number 10, I believe, was it?
Let me see what number that was. Yes, it's number 10.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. James Otersdorf, you're back?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out what happened to my plea packet. We've done everything but that.
Jim, I already talked to the prosecutors. They're going to send it to the courtroom.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The
Sorry
deputy.
to keep bothering everybody.
No problem. No worries.
Okay.
And Raymond, how much time does your client need to turn himself in?
Judge, we were going to ask if the court or probation had any ideas of what the wait time is to get into ISF.
Okay. She's still in the breakout room.
So.
Oh, and Mr. Martinez, your client is still here, Mr. Garcia. Mr. Garcia, you can sign off.
I saw him, Judge. I was just going to call him on the phone. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Daniel Bailey, you're back.
Wow, that was quick. Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Yes.
So on Mr. Avery, Mr. Nesbitt, Tom Nesbitt did go in there. There are some discovery issues that need to be addressed. And so we're going to request a reset on this, Your Honor.
All right, and what are the discovery issues?
Well, I guess there's some victim communication issues that they need to address on that end. And that's what that's what I'm guessing. That's what we discussed when we were in the.
All right.
Room.
Norma, on Mr. Avery.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give them a 3-week reset for discovery?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, can we bump it out any more than that?
No, because if we bump it out any more of that, then we're doing a regular reset, and I want the discovery issues solved.
Well, okay. What?
All right, Norma, can you give them a 3-week reset date?
What would that be, Your Honor? I have a vacation letter in. Norma.
June 25th. It's on a Friday.
One moment. Your Honor, would that's not going to be that's not going to be like a trial. That's just a discovery reset only. I mean,
yes, that's for discovery.
Can I do this, Your Honor? We could put it on the 25th, but if it's resolved before then, do we even need to be there on the 25th if that's all we're talking about? I mean,
no, because I like to put discovery issues on the record so nobody comes back later with discovery issues. So, I mean, yes. So,
okay, I'm sorry.
All right, no, I'll see you all on June 25th by Zoom. Mr. Avery, thank you for not smoking. All right, have a good day, Mr. Avery. Thank you for your patience. We'll see you back. I'm sorry, Mr. Avery, you're muted.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I was muted.
That's okay. We'll see you back on June 25th, okay?
All righty, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
thank you for your patience. Have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Adrian DeLeon? Oh, we're waiting on Jesse Rivera. Adrian DeLeon?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to recall you back for 2 p.m. Your attorney is not here yet. So it will be this same link, okay?
Judge, he
Okay,
actually
thank you.
called, he's in Kirk County right now, in person. So
Yes.
he's running late, so.
All right. So Mr. DeLeon, we'll see you back at 2, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Your attorney is in another county in person.
Okay, thank you.
And Brenna, we'll be taking our break at 12:30. Jonathan Pettis, you're back.
Yes, Judge, I'm back. I was able to confer with Tom on Brian Pinkney. Judge, this was a case where I had done the motion to sub. Saul was the previous attorney on it. I do have access to all the discovery. I just checked this morning again. So I got everything, and I think Tom's going to relay me a offer. It's a situation where we got a case with the co-defendant, so he's going to forward that to me. We've been in contact. I got his email. I'm just asking for a reset. That way I can thoroughly go over everything with my client.
All right, Norma, and I see Pinkney is on the screen. Laura, Norma, can we recall Brian Pinkney in 30 days, please?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put him back on July 8th, Judge.
All right, so we'll be back on July 8th.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, thank you. And thank you for your patience. You were in the breakout room and you were just fine with it. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, Judge. I know how it goes sometimes. It's okay.
All right, thank you. Have a good one.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Judge, do you see inmate McBride in a breakout room?
Yes,
Rebecca
he's in breakout room number 2.
Okay, thank you. Rebecca got kicked out. She's trying to log back in.
Okay, sure. Brenda, it's those new computers they got. This is what happens when you switch to a new computer. Hey, Rebecca, I understand you got kicked out.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to send you back with him. He is in, let me see where McBride is. Oh, I think McBride may have just left. Norma, can you have them call Mr. McBride back?
Well, I was almost done. I was just waiting for him to sign paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. Let me give him a call.
He just zoomed back in, Norma. Just give me a second.
Oh, thank you.
Judge, did
It
you
was,
see
it was only my Zoom that logged out.
All right, I'm sending you back to number 1. And Mr. McBride, if you can go back to 1. And yes, James Otersdorf.
Yeah, just on a lighter note, did you see the Louisiana alligator that wound up in Texas, hundreds of miles away?
Well, did he use Uber or did somebody give him a ride? How did this
Well,
occur?
they know he's from Louisiana. He has tags and everything. And now I think he has his own name. So
Huh.
they're surprised that he survived the salt water that long.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to see you to a breakout room with your client. Has she done all the paperwork?
My client has, if that's who you're asking. We're ready.
Oh, you already sworn in? All right, they're going to swear you in. Just give us a moment.
Sure.
And then, Norma, we're just waiting for paperwork to go to Ray Martinez.
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing that. I just finished with Marshall White's and I'm doing his right now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, go ahead and change over.
Okay, Mr. Martinez, it should be in your email.
I'm sorry?
The paperwork should be in your email.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Norma, for some reason, there's an inmate Hickman in breakout room number 3.
Hickman?
Okay. It's Robert Guyana's client.
Okay.
Brenda, do you know if anything happened with Hickman and number 3?
Not yet.
All right, thank you. Norma, see if you can get Robert Guyana to come back.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I don't see him in any of the breakout rooms. And James Otersdorf, are you ready on Nadine Morales?
Judge, we're ready on that plea. I just wanted to get the phone call in before, too much time went by. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Joe Ray, are you available?
Judge, I can do it.
James, you always bring extra information to the court. I had no idea about the alligator story.
Yeah, he wound all the way over on like Padre Island or something. It was kind of a big deal.
Maybe he wanted to go on spring break. They're opening up everything.
That's probably true.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 0998, State of Texas versus Nadine Morales. If I could have parties announced for the record for the state.
Nisbet.
For the defense.
Jim Oltersdorf for Nadine Morales.
Are you Miss Morales?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're proceeding by video because of the pandemic. Any objection from the state?
None.
Any objections from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Morales, I'm showing you what's entitled Defendant's Consent to Appear by Video. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily consented to appear by video. The court will note for the record that the defendant is in the courtroom. The court is allowed to have in-person hearings, and the court has received approval from the administrative judge for the defendant to be in the courtroom. Counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Morales, I'm showing you a document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney, and did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, but we're waiving the repeater paragraph.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Morales, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand what your charge was? Possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams. That's a 3rd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
All right, off the record. Norma, I found Robert Guyana. He's in one of the breakout rooms. All right, did you understand? We're back on the record. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case? Ms. Morales, did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
She is, Your Honor.
Ms. Morales, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
I'm sorry?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Next, I'm showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney and did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishments be assessed at 3 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. The state is silent on your application for deferred adjudication. They recommend community supervision. They will take in consideration 2021 CR 0997. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver Repeal. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you electronically sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 80 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offense is charged in the indictment. How do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea?
State offers Exhibit 1 and attachments.
Any objections?
No objections.
Ms. Morales, I'm showing you what's entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bar? Did you understand? I'm sorry, Brennan. Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Judge.
All right, first, let's address the first issue. The state is silent on her application for deferred adjudication. Obviously, she's had a prior conviction, even though the state waived the repeater offender enhancement allegation. What is the reason for the request for deferred adjudication and why should the court give it?
Judge, I can offer to you the following reasons. Basically, I found Nadine to be extremely compliant. She's been on time. I've had several conversations with her outside the court about her case. She's reminded me that she's really changed quite a bit from that prior trip to TDC, that things have changed. She's trying very hard to work. I think deferred would be a very good thing for her to have. I know there's no way around the prior, but it would be better to have one prior, if you will. It's going to be enough to be on deferred adjudication, but I think she's committing herself a lot better than she would in the prior part of her life when she was actually went up to TDC. So I think deferred would give her a chance in the job market, and I'm asking for those reasons. And the fact that she just has a good, solid personality. I think she'll be compliant. I don't think she'll mess up the deferred because I think she'll follow orders and instructions very well. And for those reasons, I think a deferred would be a good thing for her to be on. Thank you.
All right. Ms. Morales?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you're drug tested today and know that you're going to receive a drug test today, what are the results going to be? And I ask you this so I can consider and figure out what conditions would be best for you so you can be successful.
Your Honor, I would like to have a outpatient.
No. We're starting with, what are you going to be positive for? Let's not put the cart before the horse or the horse before the cart just yet. So first we got to put stuff in the cart. So what are you going to be positive for today?
Meth.
All right. How often do you use meth?
I use it.
Be honest.
Daily.
All right. So the last time you used was today, right?
Last night, because I have a fractured wrist. I use it for my pain.
No, okay, here's the thing. Let's not make excuses. Like if your wrists were fractured, you know where you would be? You would be at the doctor's office. They would probably put a cast on it and they would give you pain medication. So unless you fractured your wrist on the way to court today, that's not why you're taking meth. So let's just be honest, right?
Yeah.
So who is Joe Martinez?
He is my husband.
All right. So it says here in the police report that your husband, Joe Martinez, says you snort heroin as well. So when's the last time you used heroin?
3 days ago.
All right. So how often are you using heroin?
I don't use that daily.
But how often do you use it?
I don't use it often. I've tried it, but I don't.
No, it's more than a try. And let me tell you the reason why I say it's more than a try. Because when you were arrested for this offense, your husband said that you snorted heroin. You're telling me you just snorted heroin 3 days ago.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's more than you're just trying it, because this offense occurred on September 24th, 2020. So you have used heroin and meth since you've been arrested for this.
I used since the last time, September, that I had already stopped using that. I hadn't.
No, you just told me you snorted heroin 3 days ago.
And that was the first time from the last time.
Okay.
I hadn't done it.
All right. Where are you working?
I work with the company Gloria's Renovation, but right now I'm on sick leave because my husband's about to get surgery on the 7th of this month.
Surgery for what?
His mesh tore. And so
I'm sorry, what?
His mesh tore.
Okay. All right. Do you have any children in your house?
No, ma'am.
Any grandchildren?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any children?
Yes.
What are their ages?
16, 18, 20, and 35.
Okay, where's your 16-year-old?
She's with her dad.
All right. And do any of your children have children?
No.
Okay. All right, so here's the thing. I can give you deferred adjudication, but if you're revoked on it, as I said before, I can send you to up to 10 years of prison. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, the agreement that the state is in agreement to, if you were to mess up or not do well on it and get revoked, it would limit your liability to only 3 years. So do you want deferred adjudication? If you complete it, great. If you don't complete it, then you're looking at potentially 10 years in prison. So what do you want?
I believe that I can. I believe that I can complete it successfully.
All right, I'm going to give you 3 years deferred adjudication. And Rebecca, this is cause number 2021 CR 0998. It's Nadine Morales. 3 years deferred adjudication, $1,500 fine. That'll be probated. Take in consideration 2021 CR 0997. $114 to SAPD for testing. Proof of employment within 15 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And she's not allowed to supervise any minors. 80 hours of community service restitution, and that will not be waived. She must do the 80 hours. Referral to felony drug court. You need to make all appointments with felony drug court. If you do not, a warrant will be issued. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If not, accept it. But they should accept you because they are available and obviously you have drug problem. If not accepted, then intensive outpatient with probation, random field visits 3 times per month. Are you able to Zoom? Do you have a cell phone?
I don't have a cell phone right now.
Does your husband have a cell phone?
We'll be getting one today.
All right, weekly Zoom reporting or in person until accepted, and felony drug court. And I'm gonna want the UA hotline for her. Rebecca, is there anything else she needs?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Morales, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
I just need a copy of this, of the stipulations.
Probation is going to go over that with you. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you electronically sign it?
Yes, I did.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Morales, we can go off the record. I'm going to explain something to you. Your husband is obviously a drug user. It sounds to me as though you and your husband are getting injuries or saying you have injuries in order to have access to drugs, but drugs will rot your brain. That is true. So 1 or 2 things are going to end up happening if you don't get clean and sober, and your husband doesn't get clean and sober. Either you're going to end up in prison, or either you're going to get a bad batch, because usually people didn't take chemistry class. If they did, they fell asleep. And you may end up dying from drug use. You're doing heroin, plus you're doing meth, and probably marijuana, and probably drinking alcohol. And when people do all those drugs, they forget what they've done, and then they end up doing more. So I'm giving you the tools you need in order to become a better parent, and hopefully a better grandmother. You and I both know the reason your 16-year-old is not with you, and it's because of this. So I'm going to send you to a breakout room. Probation will go over conditions. I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. And Mr. Oltersdorf, you can go to 1 or either you're excused.
Oh, I'll join them.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then Rebecca, I sent you to number 1. All right, everyone, we're going to take a break. The court doesn't have any other paperwork. Mr. Martinez, I don't have the paperwork for you.
I signed it, Judge. It could be, maybe my client didn't. I don't know if that's the.
So Brenda needs a break because she's been taking down everything that everyone's saying. Sometimes people are mumbling. So we will be back at 2 o'clock. Mr. Andy Alberto, if you will make sure you get all that paperwork signed, because I think it's in your box. We will take you up first thing at 2, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge Victoria might stand in for me. That's okay with the court.
No, that is fine. And with that, we're going to stop the live feed. And hopefully everyone